Welcome to the Jonathan Acuna Show. Tonight we're going to talk about AI and business, and I'm actually going to be on camera for the first time. I have a very nice camera, and I really don't want to set it up. It's like such a hassle. I'll set it up next time, maybe, and we'll eventually upgrade this to do Zoom, bring you guys on. But I just did the Instagram and TikTok posts and YouTube Reel posts to let everyone know I'm going live. Eventually, this will be like a more consistent schedule, pretty much. Right now, excuse me, right now I'm just kind of like winging it. I'm just at least practicing the discipline of just trying to go live every night. Eventually, I see people. What is so like? Was it StreamYard? I'm watching this one YouTuber, StreamYard, and he's live streaming, and it was a really dope live stream. Great show. What's the price? Product, contact for business. What's the price? And they're streaming using this. And I'm kind of curious, like, what's the difference? You do Facebook, LinkedIn. Interesting. Okay, so we're trying to learn something new every single day. So maybe I will try that out. Let me get the live stream. We got the YouTube channel. Eventually, we're getting better with this. I'm sorry about the previous live stream where I was uploading the course. That was horrible. There we go. We are live. Nice. Got the chat going. So, if you're interested, hop in the chat on YouTube and let's nerd out. Eventually, I'll invite people on Zoom or, like, I guess, StreamYard. And then I'll invite people on so they could come on and hang out and we could talk. Talk about AI, talk about business, get your questions answered. We all got questions. We're all trying to figure out, like, let's actually go through. So I host this meetup every almost close to every day. It's not really. It's like Monday through Thursday, and then Saturday is it too. If you guys meetup.com, if you guys aren't on it, that meetup. Ooh, 302 members. Got another member. Nice. So let's pick my New York one's growing. Irvine is growing. LA was dead as far as LA. I was really surprised. Not that many people interested in AI in LA. New York is popping. Like, they are all about AI. They show up all the time. So I got this group. It's growing. It's doing good. I've been doing this live stream. So again, Monday through Thursday, and then Saturday. So Monday through Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Saturday shows are the real one. I think I'm going to record those, and then I will post them on YouTube. Yeah, so people can watch the recordings because I'm changing it up now. I used to do a whole 40-minute presentation, pretty much, or 30-minute presentation, and then do some AI demos and stuff like that. We'll talk about some of these slides while we're here. But I was like, actually, we'll do this. Why not? But those, I'm going to change it up and actually do Q&A, because I want people to ask what's their biggest struggle using AI tools in their business. And I surveyed at least over 100 people. Let's see, and this is interesting to see, like, all to compile customer survey data as far as, like, what's their biggest struggle. And if I were to summarize all of these, like, these are all the things that people want to learn, like how to use it for a job search, how to use it for B2B tools, how to be efficient at work, in what ways can AI be used for business. And so if I had to summarize these basically survey questions, number one, people just want to know its use cases. Like, what situations, both business and personally, are you going to be using ChatGPT tools, or just AI tools in general? And if so, which ones? Because people want to know. ChatGPT isn't the be all end all. Actually today I may just switch to Claude, but we're gonna talk about that later. So number one, just people want to know use cases. How do I use it in my business? At what situation? And in my life, when do I use it? And how is it going to benefit me? And then second, people want to know how to use ChatGPT or AI to either start a business or make some side income or grow their business. More the ones that are like, how which dovetails into how they're actually going to use it in their business. And there's most of different teams. There's like small business owners, freelancers, independent contractors, coaches, consultants, and then you got teams. You got business owners that have a team, they're marketing, sales, operations, and finance, and they're like, how do I have my team use AI so that they could get ahead? And then lastly, like, of course, everyone wants to like. There's also the last one of like people want to create a product, but what I get the most is an ebook. It could be an ebook, it could be an actual guide. People want to know like how are they using AI to write a book. I gave it a lot of like researchers, writers, journalists, authors. They're like, how do I write AI, or how do I use AI to to write a book, or to publish it, or to write an ebook? And it's totally possible, even to illustrate it. I had a guy, shout out to Larry, last 2 days ago attended the webinar, the meetup group, and Larry was very interesting. I like doing these webinars because then I get exposed to different use cases that people are using AI for, and he was using AI to write a children's financial literacy book in, I think it's Brazil, maybe Brazil or like Puerto Rico, one of those two. And I thought that was so interesting. And then he also wanted to illustrate it too. So shout out to Larry. I really want to if you're watching this, I really want to read your book. So that's going to be really cool. So that's basically like the feel or the vibe of like why do people want to learn about AI is like those three camps. You either one want to know what situations to use it, both business and personally, and then two, they want to know. By the way, if you're listening, I see that one viewer. Throw something in the chat. We could chat together. Throw a question in there, like this question. And second, they want to know if specifically either how to use it for to start their business or how to grow their business using AI. And then lastly is, of course, everyone wants to know how to make money with AI, but it's not like that. So on this show, I'm kind of like also summarizing my my perception of AI, because the way I look at it is like the AI game industry trend market, whatever you want to call it, it changes every 5 days. Every 5 days, there's either brand new tools, brand new features, brand new workflows. So it changes. We'll also maybe get into the negative sides of AI in this, which is also very interesting. So I got those three trends, and let's actually go through some of these slides here because, look, at the end of the day, why not? I'll just do my little presentation right here, so we all learn together. So base level, what is ChatGPT and what is large language models? Okay, in this webinar or in this live stream, I'm going to go through this is the kind of webinar that I give on the meetup groups and stuff like that, or at least I always change it up because I always get feedback on who the people are, what's their needs and stuff like that, so then I could tailor it to that. But this is basically what we're going to learn. Like, I'll skim through most of this. There's a lot of goodies in here, so just to kind of collect our thoughts, get this on paper, and then see how this video ages. So if you guys don't know me, I run a business called Simple Tech Skills. We have online courses to teach you how to use AI in your business, in your marketing, your sales, your operations, your finance, how to get a job with it, how to build custom GPTs, how to essentially double your productivity and grow your business using AI tools. That's the AI Mastery Club, and there's a free course because this is sponsored by my company, Simple Tech Skills. Link in bio is a free ChatGPT course. This gives you basically it's like a 35-minute crash course into ChatGPT prompt engineering. There's 1,000 prompts in here. So like, look at all that goodies you're gonna get. Super dope. Definitely jump in, get it. Look at all the graduates. We've had over 40 students graduate just within the last month. That's why people want to learn AI skills, and I'm so blessed. Like, and then we got people taking the course and getting results in their life, like Nancy here. So Nancy took an 8-hour task in her business and accomplished it in 4 hours. So that's like, that pretty much summarizes like what's the capability once you start what I call tool mastery. Once you learn how to use the tools, and you know, especially the limitations of what they can and cannot do, what they're capable of, when to switch, and how to use them effectively, you can literally double your productivity. That's the main sales point of these, is that anyone who's using AI tools instantly doubles, if not triples, even 10x's their productivity. It's insane. Like today, I wrote an email campaign for a client. It was a 6-month email campaign. It's on a short reel too. It's a 6-month email campaign with about 12 emails, so that when leads fill out the form on the website, if they're not interested in buying or just fall off or just get busy or whatever, it's a whole email sequence that will bug them. I was not to say bug them, but follow up with them automatically using ConvertKit as the email marketing tool. And then it's about a 5-month, 6-month automation. It doesn't bug them every day. It's like every 2 weeks, just sends an email. Hey, just a reminder, we're still here. If you're still interested in this, here's an offer. You make them an offer they can't refuse. I need to beat that up with the offer. In marketing, you're always trying to, on your front end, you definitely need 3 levels. This is also would be a marketing masterclass. You need 3 levels. You need a front end offer, a mid-ticket offer, and then a high-ticket offer. Your front end and mid-ticket is just going to liquidate your ad costs. You should be spending minimally $1,500 in ads. Oh yeah, pro tip: everyone wants to know about how to create content using AI and ChatGPT. I'm just gonna give you the TLDR in a whole marketing class right now. Content does not equal leads. Content on any platform does not equal sales. That's just going to save you a lot of time. You're welcome. Send me a check in the mail. Basically, if you want leads, you want sales, you want to grow your email list and nurture those leads into sales, you need to be running paid ads. Sorry, it's a pay-to-play game right now. So you have to be running either Google ads, Facebook ads. You could get into YouTube and TikTok, but I really like Facebook and Google ads. They're just spend $1,500 and you get like anywhere from like 20 leads a day. We took a business, they're a barber shop, and they were getting 10 leads a month through their horrible Wix websites. It was a Squarespace website. I think it was Squarespace website. And websites like Squarespace, Wix, WordPress, Webflow, these are website tools, but they're not funnels. They're not designed to capture leads contact information to actually nurture them and move them into your actual sales funnel. Like, they're horrible. You're actually sending traffic, and you're actually having a website on like Wix, Squarespace, WordPress, or even what I even say now, if you use an AI tool. One guy came by and he built his website using AI. It was called Unicorn something. I forgot the name. But here's the problem. You're still in the same camp, because now all of those tools I mentioned, plus every AI tool that says I could build you a website, you have 100% just handicapped your business. I guarantee your business is not growing. You're not generating leads consistently with any of those tools. So you need to be using you need to be A, building funnels. No more websites, build funnels. Then B, you need to be running a one-click offer on there to a lead magnet, really, really good lead magnet like this. This is my lead magnet. No shame. It's marketing. It's a good marketing education here. So, and the only action here is enter your email. That's it. There's no name. You look, there's no headers. There's no 14 buttons on the left-hand side. It's like, hey, do you want a free masterclass on ChatGPT plus 1,000 prompts? Would you trade your email for that? 47% of people who go to this landing page say yes. So that's a really good lead magnet, really good landing page, really good funnel. I'm super happy about this. So this converts at 47%. So I'm happy to run paid ads to this. Look how clean and simple it is. But it's a funnel. I use lead pages. You can use ClickFunnels. Doesn't matter. There's no coding. It's 2024. You should not be building a website with code. There should be no coding other than putting conversion pixels like Metapixels or Google's Pixel, conversion pixels, so that when the user completes the action, it feeds the algorithm. It says, that was a good lead. Go find me more like that. And the algorithms get better and your costs get lower. But that's ads. So yeah, these AI tools and stuff like that, it's very interesting, especially in marketing. So yeah, that's the thing with content will not get you sales. Sorry. Content is used for social proof. So if you have a YouTube channel or Instagram, if the client or customer hears about you, That's where they're going to go to first to go check out, are you legit? Are you a scam? Are you? And then they're going to go to your YouTube channel and see if like, are you an expert there? They're going to go to Instagram and be like, are you a human or like a fake bot or just a fake like so? So that's where. And then blogs, I don't count blogs honestly. Like people don't read, unfortunately. Very few people read, which makes me so sad. Yeah, there's a few email lists, but like, you're not making that much money. That's just me. So yeah, you need to be running paid ads, funnel, marketing, and that, but I digress. So we teach you how to build all of that in the course. It's one membership. It's called AI Mastery Club right there. AI Mastery Club, like shameless plug, but that one club membership, it's like Netflix for AI training. It's like AI business and marketing training. It's a whole master out. There's like a suite of courses in there that'll teach you marketing, how to use AI, how to use it in your business, how to use Notion, how to build a second brain. So much value in there, but I digress. So I survey people usually here. I'm like, what's your biggest struggle? And usually the struggle is like 3 things that they're struggling with. Let's go right here. This is probably the most important slide that I'm like super stoked for. Let's see if I can. I can't. Yeah. Okay. So basically, you're here and AI just came out and you're not growing either your income or your business, basically, are the only 2 things, or you can't get a job. So the only difference between where you are today and where you want to be, if you want that promotion, if you want to start or grow your business, or you want to just double your productivity or increase the productivity of your team, for example, you are what I call one AI skill away. Just one. You just need one really good AI skill, and it's going to double your productivity. It's going to help you grow your business and your marketing and sales. Now, let's do a little base level here. It's not going to do the work for you. You still have to build the landing page, build the funnel, buy the ads. It's not going to like magically pull leads out of the thin air to like all of a sudden you're going to just make money. It doesn't work like that. No one's making money with AI, but people are making money using AI. So it's the people that have AI skills that are the real ones that are really making it, are really gain ahead. So say for example, I mean, this is basically the TLDR. AI is not going to take away your job. The technology of large language models is not sentient. It's not going to replace a full-time employee. However, someone who's using AI, or basically the trend is you're going to be using 5 to 10 AI tools in your workflow in your business. That's really what the difference is. So the difference between an employee or a business and they're trained using AI, it's not even a competition. Like they are 10x faster, more efficient, like way faster than you, and you will not be able to compete. So employees, you guys are impacted with basically, it's going to be one, if you don't have a job, it's very difficult to get a job without AI skills. 2, it's going to be very hard to get a promotion, especially in this economy, like to get that huge pay raise to keep up with inflation. Oh my God, inflation is killing everyone. So that's on the employee side. So that's why you definitely need AI skills, because you will be replaced by someone who has AI skills. And I'm not saying like ChatGPT. I'm saying they're trained in 10 AI tools and they will outperform you 10 to 1, like for a fraction of the cost and effort. Crazy. Now let's take a look at businesses. So businesses basically, there we go. So businesses basically, I don't. It's a little too early to say it's like a winner take all business, but a business with a team that's trained using AI tools will 10x, like 100x outperform, gain more market share than an employee. And it's literally like, it's not even a competition, which is super crazy. So like, yeah, this is worse if you're a freelancer or independent contractor. Like, you're going to eventually see it very difficult for you to even get more clients, because honestly, like, businesses can do what they're hiring freelancers or outside consultants for internally using, excuse me, internally using, oh, that's weird, AI tools, which is like copywriters is no longer a job, basically. Like, sorry, copywriters, you've been outsourced. AI took your job. So yeah, so let's take a look at this. This is super interesting. This is my favorite thing. How your AI skills can grow over time. I updated this today. I'm super, I love this. So what does a beginner AI person look like, and what does a master AI look like, and what's the difference, and where you are today and where you could grow into. So beginner level, you're just dabbling with ChatGPT. You have simple conversations. You're not really doing anything special. It's like meh. Intermediate, yeah, you're using one AI assistant, but you're not even paying for the paid ChatGPT or the paid Claude version. You're using it in your day-to-day kind of thing to like streamline or get some productivity output, but you're super cheap. You're just using one. You're not even paying for any of the tools yet. So you're barely at an intermediate level is where I would put you. Now proficient, this is the level you want to get to. You're paying for at least 2 or more AI tools, and then in your workflow, you're using somewhere between 5 and 10 AI tools in your workflow. I said that right, 5 to 10. That's the proficient level where you're at, because each tool has limitations. Not one tool does it all. Yes, ChatGPT can create images, but it's super shitty at creating images, for example. So that's where it's like, yeah, the difference between using Midjourney to draw images and then ChatGPT to write, that's the difference in the sense that there's an AI tool for the workflow or the task that you're trying to work on. So you're streamlining tasks, and you're also using a digital notebook. If you're not using a digital notebook, like there's no way, you are overwhelmed, you are burnt out, and you can't accomplish complex tasks or projects, especially over long periods of time. There's no way. Like you have a short-term memory. It's horrible. Yeah, it's so definitely get a digital notebook, build a second brain, use Notion. There's other ones. I'm not going to go into them. Advanced. Now, you are literally building custom AI business tools to streamline an entire workflow. So you have a custom GPT that automatically calculates the sales performance data of your company every week, so that you could give that report to management, and it provides the charts, it provides the analysis, it provides the executive summary, it provides strategy on how to increase revenue based on the data, and all you did was just upload your sales data from your CRM, for example. So that's where you're trying to streamline entire workflows, multiple tasks together, to get a much bigger output at the end of the day. Next is expert. This is where you have used an AI tool or built an AI workflow, stringing a couple AI tools together or building a custom GPT, for example, that automates, probably using especially using some automation to move data in and out of this tool automatically. And you've automated a full-time employee's role. Congratulations. That is a huge feat. I used to do that with coding back in the day. I was just you can even do it with good Excel skills. You can automate people's jobs. It's wild. So that's where you want to get to, is expert level, is you can automate an entire person's full-time job using a suite or a custom-built AI tool. Lastly, master. Master level is now you've created and sold products or services using AI. You're not selling AI. Selling AI is like selling Wikipedia articles. You basically have the same access to AI as everyone else does. So you're not selling AI. However, you've created either a product or service using AI in a faster way. It could be a book, could be a special consulting package, whatever, and you're generating consistent monthly revenue from that. That's master level. Anyways, so we went over you're one skill away basically from where you are to where you want to be. If you want to get that promotion, get that job, start your business, grow that or scale your business, or double your productivity, you're just one skill away. We can help you in the course. Links in the bio. Shout out to Simple Tech Skills, where it's it's like Netflix for AI training basically. Let's talk. I got a water break. Hold on. Let's talk about let's do a survey. HubSpot surveyed a bunch of startups and said, hey, startups, how are you using AI in your business to get ahead, basically? So they did this report. It's a great report. You can find it online. And they looked at different departments. So if we drill down to this, you have your common departments. AI is not automating the entire department. That's not the function of AI. You have other automation tools that you should be using, basically. And AI is going to help with the implementation of it. So you've got sales, you got marketing, you got data operations, you got customer success. 4 common departments every business is going to have. It's not going to automate the entire thing. The employees that are in this department, sales, marketing, whatever, they're using 10 AI tools. Look here. So we have, let's break them down. ChatGPT, of course, but you gotta basically, it's just an AI assistant. Claude may have just replaced it. Actually, it just replaced it for today. I was using it for an email marketing campaign, and I was like, yo, I really like the marketing copy from the simple prompt that I put in to Claude. It gave me a more closer to what I wanted, fewer prompts than ChatGPT, which was very verbose, very wordy, very. I was like, meh, yeah. So it depends. You have to know both tools, play with them, use cases, basically what you get there. So yeah, HubSpot, but basically you should integrate AI with your CRM. It's gonna help. GitHub, Copilot for like coding, Jasper for copywriting, Grammarly for writing assistant, ClickUp for task or project management, especially if you have a team. Definitely should be using ClickUp or some task or project management in your workflow so your entire team doesn't drop the ball in tasks. Second Brain, which is functions kind of like a chat wiki. It's a chat bot that you can upload details about your business, SOPs, processes, things how you do org charts, whatever, and then it creates a little chat bot that you could then deploy internally so that your team can chat with this business guru that knows everything about your business, and they could get answered questions about onboarding or sales or who do they talk to about XYZ or something like that. Super helpful. It's basically like building a digital brain for your business. Super helpful. Lumen, not gonna do Lumen. Otter AI, especially for AI note taking, and Tone for like presentations. You can use Canva. Same thing what I'm using. Canva's actually pretty fucking powerful when you, again, I preach tool mastery, meaning master the tool, master all the features in the tool, because you will be your guru level. Like your productivity goes from 1, 2 to 10x productivity when you master the tools. It's crazy. So this is just a rough kind of like give you some like inspiration of like how you're going to implement AI in your business. Notice here it's not going to like automatically create the you still need a human in the loop to accomplish the tasks that you're working on in your marketing, sales, operation, finance. So like here you're going to use it for customer research, using it to analyze customer data. So like I had AI analyze all of these answers that people answered when I survey them when they attend the webinar, and then I basically then it helped me summarize and get a gist as far as those top 3 things that people are looking for. How do I use it, and how do I use it effectively? How do I use it to start or grow my business, and how do I use it to write a book or write or create a product or service, basically. Then you're doing it for lead magnets. You're not having AI build your website or sales funnel. Dear fucking God, no. Don't. Shame on you. I will take you out the back and beat you with the hammer. Like building a website, like congratulations, you just handicapped your business. Because again, I'll preach this from practice, because spending thousands of dollars of my own money testing the website versus funnel, you need a funnel. You need a funnel plus offer, a really good mafia offer. That's what's going to win in the competition, because you have 5 seconds. Your website has 5 seconds to grab the attention of the person, for them to go, yeah, that's something that I want, and then enter their contact information. That's basically the only function of your website starting off. Content creation, I don't really talk much about the content creation, because here's the punchline about all content creation, regardless of the platform. All content creation, you're literally just creating training data for future AI models. There, I said it. Especially any social media blogs or Twitter, Reddit, Discord, Facebook, Instagram, any content that you're uploading to those platforms, congratulations, you're creating training data for future models. Because the punchline also is they ran out of data. They ran out of data. They've scraped all the data on the internet. Isn't that scary? But I digress. So that's the punchline. It's like people are like, training data is not going to get us to sentient. We already ran out of training data. So, and the models will get faster, not significantly smarter. Like, for example, I did a post today or yesterday called the Strawberry Test. Ask ChatGPT or any of these AI models, how many R's are there in the word strawberry? When you see the word, when answer 2, you go, I got my job security. We're cool. This is not going to be sentient to take over my job kind of thing. Like, because understand let's actually just TLDR, because there's a lot of marketing hype that AI can do automate everything in your business, whatever, and AI is so sentient, and AI is gonna like take away your job, and we replaced 1,000 employees with AI. So here's the reality of it. Let's understand what is a large language model, because that will tell you the limitations of what it can and cannot do. Large language models, basically they take a bunch of training data, text, photos, images, whatever, and then they run it in a model that basically compresses it, looks for patterns, builds what's called parameters or training weights, basically. And then what you get is a tool that, based on a large set of training data, it statistically looks at the probability of the next word in a prompt or sequence. So if you type in the color of the sky is, it looks in that model and says, oh, based on my training data and based on the relationship of words, most likely statistically higher probability it's going to be the word blue next. Google does the same thing. When you try and type it into Google, that's basically a large language model. So knowing that, we also know the limitations. Large language models do not have memory. Cannot do critical thinking. They can't do math. They can't reason. So that's where the limitation of it, regardless of what the marketing hype is. And they're handicapped or limited based on what the training data is. If you ask it a question that it's not in its training data, then basically it will hallucinate, which is a fun word for make shit up, which is dangerous. That's why a lot of people don't want to deploy it or stuff like that. So large training data, text, images, speech. Not one model is trained on everything. Basically, it's too expensive, especially to train and run. And there's a knowledge cutoff date, and it's like an arms race. So they limit the training data based on the task. So like Midjourney is trained on images. ChatGPT is trained on text, and so that's where it's basically you train some data, you get a model, and then it's really good for a specific task. But they're trying to like AGI is like artificial generative AI, I think it is. Don't quote me. It's basically this universal, so versatile AI. Anytime a tool is multi featured, basically, like I'll take an example of I'm not making fun of them, but take Kartra, for example. Kartra is an all-in-one tool where it has a website builder, a CRM, an email marketing tool, and a bunch of other business tools all in one app. Great, but now you got a bunch of mediocre apps or functionality in one app, and when you want to try and do something complex, because every business is unique, your internal processes are unique, how you serve your customers, whatever, everything is pretty average as far as this capability. So that's where ChatGPT, for example, it's pretty average at like drawing images. It's nothing compared to like Midjourney or Night Cafe, for example. Those will run laps around Dolly, for example. So that's where it's like, you work backwards. Depending on the tool or task that you're working on, then you work backwards. Oh, actually, I can do this. Nice. Then you could work backwards to find out what AI tool you need to accomplish that task better. So let's go next. Oh, you guys are lucky. So yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, finance, you can help optimize your budgets. Customer support, you could create custom chatbots that customers could chat 24/7, even as lead magnet tools. They like capture their information, for example, provide some value. Human resources, if you're trying to get a job right now, know that they're using AI tools to screen the job applications. But people are using AI to like write custom job resumes, for example. Understand it's a numbers game. It's very competitive out there. Legal's industry is actually a very interesting industry to look into. This industry has the most money to invest in technology, so they're really always ahead. Especially when it comes to new technology and implementing it. So you'll see a lot of AI startups that are doing like document management, where you could dump a bunch of AI, you could dump a bunch of PDF documents or information related to a case, and now you got a little AI GPT lawyer guru that you can ask questions and help you win the case and help draft whatever specific papers. I'm not an attorney, but basically that's a very interesting thing here. This is the most important slide right here. This is the AI tech stack my own AI tech stack of basically I took all the main functionalities of a business or that a user is going to be using, and then I strung together basically the best tools as of what are we, July 4th? Happy July 4th, to see like what's the best tool for that one. So, like for example, if you're doing coding, yeah, ChatGPT can code, but you're not going to use ChatGPT for writing code. You're going to use Claude, for example, or Copilot, for example. There's just better tools, better training data. So that's why it's really helpful to know what the technology is, so you know its limitations. So then you know what you can and cannot use it for, and the limitations of how to use it. Not for everything, but for specific things to get a higher output. Because you can like double, triple, 10x your productivity easily when you start using AI tools, but they're not going to do the work for you. And people make the mistake is they try and do too many tasks. There's some interesting one. Denser AI is an interesting one. Put a chatbot that knows everything about business, your company, docs. Deploy a little chatbot widget you could chat with on your website or internal, for example. Super interesting. But that gets into the next thing, custom GPTs. This is where your next level skill set is building custom GPTs to automate a workflow. Could be a custom GPT that's a business consultant, custom GPT that's your marketing coach, custom GPT that's your therapist, custom GPT that's for email marketing or creating content, for example. Like that's where you're really going to get the next level, and just not just doing prompting or prompt engineering or just one-time shots and tasks in a chatbot. You're going to be building custom apps using GPTs. They're basically building mini programs without having to write any code. Super handy. So yeah, there's a lot of them out there. Play with them. This is a great website. It has over 5,000 AI tools. See, I told you guys I would deliver in this AI Tips podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Can we take a moment, please, and feed the algorithm gods and comment, or actually subscribe, like this video, and then throw a comment saying, I don't know, tell me how your day is. Tell me what AI tools you're using in the comments, please. Put the AI tools that you're using in the comments. Subscribe and like this video. Let's take a moment. We all have to feed the algorithm gods. You know the game. So, yeah. So, back to value. So, there's the website, 5,000 AI tools. You're welcome. But the nice thing about this website is that it divides it based on task. So, you can look at different tasks to see what's out there to find out which ones are specific to your job. Usually, this is the part where I do some demos. But let's talk about prompt engineering. Most people fail when prompt engineering or getting mediocre answers. One, they're not using the right tool. And then two, you're most likely not giving enough information to the model because it's a large language model. It needs lots of context, lots of words so that it can look at the relationship of those words and match them against its own training set of data to see, what is the next likely word statistically probability that's going to come out in this sentence and stuff. So I like this 3 parts. It's a great framework. It's not mandatory. You're not going to use it every single time, but this is the great way of like how you're going to be doing prompt engineering. Number 1, acting as a role. Give it a role. I don't care. It's marketer, copywriter, lawyer, analyst, doctor, therapist, journalist, prompt engineer, chief financial officer. Give it a role, because again, you're trying to narrow the scope of the training data so that it can know, it knows the context, so that it can give you a better answer and not hallucinate. That's basically what you're looking for. Second thing is perform a task. Most people make the mistake of giving ChatGPT too big of a prompt or task, like, hey, write me a whole blog article or write me a whole chapter from a book. That is way too much of a way too big of a task to accomplish or to send to these models because if you try that, it will word vomit, it will be verbose, it will repeat itself, and it's not useful. It's not valuable, honestly. So I like using the concept of micro tasks. So just work on just the headline, then work on just the outline. Then here's the next level. I treat ChatGPT or AI tools like college interns, like personal assistants, but that at the college intern level. I'm not going to ask the college intern, for all the people in college, no offense, this is personal, but that's the competency as far as if you're on a job and they haven't been trained on a job for a task and I need them to accomplish this task. I'm not going to ask them a question and get and expect to get a really useful answer for them. I'm going to Google or go research outside, still doing the old school researching way to find factual answers, use my critical thinking skills, summarize a bunch of data to finally analyze and get a really good answer. I'm still going to use that skill set. That's still way valuable. The people that fail is when they ask ChatGPT a question and then they get a hallucinated answer, or any of these AI models. So no, my main thing was when I teach is that don't trust the AI. Don't trust anything that any AI model outputs. Do not do your own research. Anyways, so what you're doing is basically you have a prompt or instruction. You give that prompt with some context. You're like, I want you to write an article using these notes. Go. I'm not going to have it come up with its own notes off the cuff to say, write me a blog about this topic. I'm like, no. I've done my own research. Here's all the research I've kind of just brain dumped on a page and just copy paste. And here's a prompt. Turn this into a chapter for a book, or for example, you're feeding some prompt and some task for it to do that task, and it'll do it very efficiently. It's a productivity tool, nothing more. You should not be using it for questions and answers for learning. It is not that type of tool to learn from, honestly. That's my thing. Format, you're also trying to be very specific as far as what do you want back? Do you want it in a certain style? Do you want a table? Do you want code? Do you want a specific framework such as introduction, 2 bodies and a paragraph with a call to action? What do you want in what format? The model does know, so all of this prompting is just feeding enough information so that the model has enough context to know what you're looking for, so it could provide you a better answer or result and not hallucinate along the way, basically. That's prompt engineering beginning level that I would go into. Let's talk about custom GPTs and the problem of hallucinating. What if the answer is not in the original model, the training data, basically? Like, what if ChatGPT doesn't have the answer? So, for example, I like this example. If I'm an attorney and I have a case coming up and there's 50 documents related to this case, none of the information in those documents is in the ChatGPT model. So ChatGPT, if I ask ChatGPT a question about it, or it's going to hallucinate. It doesn't have. If it doesn't have information in its training data, or high quality enough information in its training data, even more, it's going to hallucinate. It's going to kick out a very poor result. It's going to lie. It's going to make shit up. So that's where custom GPTs come in. Custom GPTs are basically where you are building a GPT using no code, where you are uploading your own, what I call local knowledge. Could be text, could be PDF, could be books, could be CSV files, could be images, org charts, whatever. You're adding some additional information plus your prompt, which goes into a context-aware prompt. Then you're feeding that into the model for the model to have more information related to what you're asking so that it gives a much better, higher quality result. This is where you're getting into, for the people that are software developers and want to build custom code ones, this is where you're getting into RAG. Don't quote me on what RAG stands for. RAG. I think it's like, no, I'm not even going to say what I pretend I know what it means. I don't know the acronym off the top of my head. So basically, that's the process of basically adding additional information plus your prompt to a large language model to get a much higher quality answer. ChatGPT has custom GPTs already pre-built in the Explore library, which is nice. But your skill set that's what you're really paying for the $20 a month version, is you're building custom GPTs. I have one that's a business coach. I have one that's a sales dashboard. I have one that's for copywriting. I have one that's for creating course content. It has more information, more examples, more local context about what that role is. And then I go to it for a much higher quality answer than regular, just sticking with the models. There are 2 different types. For the people that are not coders, custom GPTs. This is also projects and Claude. Same thing, but Claude has the problem limitation of like you start running out of, I think it's memory. I forgot, because Claude, when it runs the whole thing every time when you write it, like have it update some code or something like that. So eventually you run out of like buffer memory, basically. So play with the models. Each one is different. Claude has more context that you could dump in. I think it's like 3 times. Don't quote me on that. Some multiple time, larger amount of that's why people dump their whole code base into Claude and ask it to write a function or debug it, for example. Much more information. Custom GPT and ChatGPT, it's very user friendly, very simple to write a custom GPT. We teach it in the course. That's just one. Second is AI assistants. This is if you're a software developer, you can build an AI assistant that has a specific model, GPT Turbo, GPT-4, doesn't matter. You can select the model. You can do your prompt engineering, basically role task. The role task output is basically you're designating what input it's going to get. You're going to update what local knowledge it has, and then you're going to standardize what information is going to pop out on the back end so that that information could go down your workflow in your SaaS product and your Zapier integration with your Python programming program, for example, like whatever. It's like some use cases like a user comments something in Slack, that information is triggered, it gets sent to the AI assistant. The AI assistant has SOPs about the company, and then it answers back in chat exactly what the answer to the user, like a customer support internal for Teams, something like that. But there's AI assistants. Basically, you can write custom GPTs with code. This is a very interesting use case. You guys could go find this on Reddit. I highly recommend if you're on Reddit, subscribe to every AI subreddit. That's a great way to stay up to date with how the trends are going, how people are using it, use cases. I really like this as a use case because here's a person building an app. This is that expert level. You're building an app that streamlines a workflow. Most people will use it for each of these little micro steps. Oh, I'll use ChatGPT to upload documents and get some trailing 12 months of financial data. Great. You're using it per task. That's, I think it's like intermediate advanced. It's the intermediate level. Expert level is now stringing together multiple complex tasks into an entire workflow and then building an app. And you're not using ChatGPT. There's a difference between each of the tools. Not one tool does it all. Claude is much better for building apps because it has the ability to do what's called, it has an artifact feature, which basically means that it will render what you're asking for in a web app, basically. So you can build custom applications, like custom apps. So let's look at a video of this. So this is a deal analyzer app for a multifamily real estate business. They go through this complex workflow. It takes them many, many hours to accomplish. It could be a human is in the loop so that a human could mess up along the way. They could have a bad day, wake up hungover at work, whatever, or like just be completely distracted on social media. So they may miss or put the wrong information from one step to another. So there's also the opportunity for like bad data going through this. So they streamlined this workflow, built an app. Let's take a look at that app. This is wild. Okay, watch. So they upload the information. It parses the documents. Sorry, it's blocked. Then it already gave analysis and then answered the analysis. And then it doing step 3. We're going to watch this again because it all happens so fast. And then he goes, yep, that looks good. You confirm the current financials. Yep, step 5, just do the pro forma. You're already designating the template as far as what you're looking for in the output. And you're done. That took 5 seconds. I know that happened really fast. Let's watch it again. But that's wild. So in 5 seconds, this person automated that entire multi-hour task, which is now you're building custom business applications to streamline an entire complex workflow building an app basically, and you don't know how to code. You don't have to learn. You technically should still learn how to code, especially for debugging and stuff like that, or building or enhancing or deploying and stuff like that. You still want to learn how to code. Like learning how to code is not a bad skill set, honestly. You're still going to want to learn it. So let's watch that again. Under writing app, the user uploads 3 files. Step 2, it parses the data. Boom. Gives a report. Already answers the question. Boom. Analyzes that data. Provides the current financials for the user. Here's a monthly breakdown. Boom. And then you press the next thing. You confirm that. Then create the pro forma analysis. Done. You've templated everything so it knows standardized information in and out. And you're done. You found out that this total return could save you, or is a 482% return on ROI. I don't know what this means. I'm not an investor, but that workflow, and then look how they did it. they just work through the instructions in English in tasks. You're basically, the concept is, if you're I mean, you're basically, again, the college intern level. If you were to talk to I should lower it to high school level. If you're talking to a high school level intern, you literally have to explicitly describe minute step by minute step, what you want that intern to do in order for them to accomplish a very big complex task. That's programming in a nutshell. Is based Computers are very fast, but they're also very dumb, and so that's the same process. Like when learning how to do Python programming, or trying to automate your first. Anytime you work in an office environment, your goal should be learning how to write code so you can automate your job. It's a real fun project. I've done it before. I've automated many people's jobs using code. But yeah, that's the superpower. That's crazy. Let's see what else. All right, let's talk about images real quick. AI image generation, because yeah, ChatGPT can draw images, but it's using DALL-E, which is trained on some set of images, but not the best, or not a really good set, or like really trained focused on drawing. So again, anytime a tool tries to be like more than one functionality, it's pretty mediocre in other features that it tries to do. So if you're trying to write a book, this was I had a use case where a year ago I wanted to write and illustrate my own book. I was on a cruise ship, and in the middle of the ocean with barely any Wi-Fi internet. I wanted to see if I can write my own scary story and then illustrate it, which phenomenally worked really well. So this is a image from a book called, it's a short story. I forgot the name. I think it's called The Sea Rises Again or something like that. I don't know. It was a story about Cthulhu coming back to the world to destroy everything. Really cool sci-fi story that I wrote myself. So I wrote it with ChatGPT. Then I took the text from it, turned it into text prompts for images, doing image prompt engineering is a whole different thing. It's not the same skill set. It's a whole different thing. And there's nuances to it. For example, don't expect to get details. See how the detail kind of like blurs and stuff like that. So you have to know the limitations. The other limitations is continuity. If you have a scene and the character looks like this in one scene, and you're trying to get the same character to do something else, a different action in another scene, the AI models can't do that. It what's called continuity. They fail at that job, and that's why AI video is still not there yet. I mean, it's great for like 2-second gifs, but not the. It's trying to string together a content. No one's making a whole Hollywood film basically using text to video yet. We're still some ways out. So these are two, Night Cafe and Midjourney, which are really good for image generation. Really fun. Look at the details, amazing. Look at that detail. Isn't that amazing? AI. Let's also caveat that with basically all text that AI generates and all images that AI generates, it's plagiarism. If you want to get into the ethics or morals, it's all trained on stolen data, all of it. It was all illegally scraped and stolen from artists and from writers and from people on the internet without their permission, and it was used as training data. That's just the world we live in. Anyways, so sad. So let's take a moment, share this with a coworker or friend. This was a great talk. In about 52 minutes, I dumped more about AI and summarized it. Hope you learned something new. Please share this video with a friend, because a lot of people need to know about AI, what it's capable of, how to benefit, because at the end of the day, it's going to increase their productivity, allow them to work smarter, not harder, and allow them to participate in the AI economy. So that's pretty much the whole webinar that I give. This is just one of the version. Every one I give is a little bit different. I always update it with new content, trying to like get feedback from the audience to learn more about what they're using it, what's their situations. I get a lot of great questions. People are situations of how to use it. So yeah, free gift, ChatGPT. Let's actually exit this. Yeah, so link in bio is a link to my free crash course for ChatGPT for beginners. And then after, if you like that, let's go to the website. This is launching. I'm super excited this weekend. You can, now we have a whole comprehensive course. This is for many different industries, basically. It's a whole comprehensive course on ChatGPT. We go over every feature in it. Because again, I preach tool mastery. Once you master the tools, then you become like super guru level. If you ever worked in an office and you're the only one in the office that knows how to do Excel, you're a walking god. So it's wild. It's the same skill set. It's like if you're in an office and they're old school and you know how to code, oh my god, you have superpowers. You are God. Shout out to God. But yeah, so basically, and then we go into business use cases, customer research, competition, lead magnet, blog writing, SEO, advertising, blah blah blah. So how to do land your dream job. We even go into how to create custom chatbots. But wait, there's more, because ChatGPT isn't the be all end all. One, you definitely need to learn a digital notebook. It's a huge differentiator as far as getting the most out of these tools. That's why I teach Notion. Notion's been the best as far as building a second brain. It's both my second brain and task manager, and I manage my entire business and life all in one app. Everything is in there. Like, it's amazing. It's so easy, effortless. So we teach you that, and then we got more courses coming soon. This is the roadmap, because again, I want to give you guys a lot of value so that you continuously learn, diversify your skills, because again, you're one AI skill away from getting that promotion, landing that job, growing or starting that business, and doubling or 10xing your productivity. So that's why learn AI skills. It will change your life. That's why we're learning it. AI is not going away. Large language models aren't going away. So we'll teach you Claude, Perplexity, AI image generation, how to create a website or sales funnel to convert online visitors into actual paying customers. AI is not going to write the website. We're going to teach you how to build an actual funnel. I have a great productivity and time management masterclass in here. Teach you how to launch a membership site, an online course, so you get some recurring revenue, and then how to use a CRM to manage your contacts, appointments, and deals. And then lastly, how to get mastering paid ads. Now, I don't teach content creation because I think, again, content creation, you're just generating free training data for the models to use in future models because they ran out of data. And content on any level will not get you leads. It will not get you sales, guaranteed. You need to be running paid ads, whether it be Google or Facebook, doesn't really matter, but you need to be, and then minimally, just to not shock you, you minimally need to be spending $100 to $1,500 a month, minimally, to like start getting, because it's a numbers games. You're just trying to get as much conversions from people to your landing page. Only some, like my landing page only converts at 47%. Not all people will sign up, which is interesting. So yeah, so that's the whole course, many courses. You get also chat support with me and my team, and then we meet twice a week to go in depth to answer your questions, to show you how to get the most out of these tools. So that's AI Mastery Club right there. So that's the 3 levels you could work it. Is start with free course, then you'll work into the AI Membership Club, where we have a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, freelancers, all learning AI skills in there. And then if you want to just cheat code and just ask specific questions, you can work with me one-on-one. I'll double your productivity guaranteed, but I'll teach you not just AI, but just tech automation, how to automate your workflow, how to streamline your business, how to automate using technology, your whole business and stuff like that. AI and tech training. Nice. So that's it for this webinar. I really want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to learn a little bit about AI with me. Again, we're always learning, growing. I'm going to try and do these podcasts more often every night, just to kind of brain dump, do my own kind of learning and growing kind of thing. Get better at podcasting too, and then eventually invite you guys online. That'd be interesting. So I'm Jonathan Acuna. Thank you so much for listening to the Jonathan Acuna Show. Topics just AI. We're just learning and growing together. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.